Yo, what's going on, guys? So we're sitting out here, right outside the gym, getting ready to go in, getting ready to take my maple syrup shot, and I'm gonna hit some back, chest, and shoulders. Typical just upper body day, more back focus. I'm gonna do some deadlifts today too, depending on how my back feels. I mean, if my back just is killing me, like right off the bat, then I won't do them. But no, I've been wanting to do some deadlifts for a while, so hopefully my back won't start hurting and I can do them for you guys and it'll be fun. I just haven't done deadlifts in a while. I've been really wanting to do deadlifts for a while, so but yeah. It's just always like we like train in squats before and then come in and then my back will still be sore, so that's why I haven't been doing it. But yesterday I rested and then the day before that was just arms, so my back's ready. So but yeah, guys, I'm gonna have a shot of this and then go on in there. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so I kind of went ahead already and hit first set. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the second set here. But yeah, feeling pretty solid. Nothing to complain about. So just focus on keeping the chest up here and back arch. And just slightly increase the weight. Just slightly. Not anything crazy, but... I just like to strap in, guys, because I don't really like to think about holding on to the weight, if that makes sense. Like, it's just nice to just only think about driving my elbows back. That's all I'm really trying to do here. I'm not even trying to hold on to the weight. Really just driving that elbow back and squeezing the lat. Alright. Yeah, that was a good first set, so gonna do one more of these guys and then do a drop set and then we'll start warming up for the deadlift. So I like to do a lot of core warm up because, you know, a lot of the deadlift is core because you're having to think about stabilizing throughout the entire movement. Like, your core is isometrically contracting during the deadlift or squat. So, and like iso means like, actually I forget kind of like the actual like what it actually means. I don't know. I'm looking kind of lightheaded after that set, but basically isometric contractions is like basically when the muscle's not moving at all. It's not, the joint angle is not changing whatsoever. It's just being like, so like if I'm like holding my arm like this and I'm trying to flex this way and I'm holding my arm down like this, like I'm flexing but my arm is not moving. That's what you call an isometric contraction. So it's when your muscles are flexing like against basic, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be against the resistance, but typically it is, but it's basically not moving. Or if I'm pushing against this and I'm pushing against this and like my knee's not bending at all or changing at all, that's an isometric contraction. The same thing during like the deadlift. I mean, my wrists are holding on, they're isometrically contracted. Same thing with my core. So they're just things you got to think about. Really, people don't really think about, especially when it comes to deadlifts, squats, and bench press. You know, doing the bench press, like, you know, if you have like activated lats, it's gonna help you kind of hold yourself a lot better during the actual movement. So, but anyways, enough yapping. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this next set. I'll just immediately drop after this. Alright. Alright. And then we're gonna do the drop. Just up. Alright. And they're not sitting in front of the camera. Okay. Alright. I'd say that's pretty good for a good drop set. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and start warming up for deadlift. So I like to do a little bit of calf, or not calf raises. Oh, frick, what do they call it? Leg extensions. Leg extensions to kind of activate my quads, if that makes sense. So, sorry guys, I didn't mean to. But, yeah, I just like to kind of activate my quads, get them fired up. So I'm going to go over ahead and just jump on this guy right here. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just use this other leg extension over here. Because even though if I was standing right in front of the machine, sometimes people don't realize that I'm about to use it, I guess. But it's okay, there's this one over here. We're fine. That guy wasn't even that old either. I feel like the old people are always doing that. But seriously, I do not see me standing, my camera's pointing right at it. Whatever, it's fine. This works just fine. Really just trying to activate them here. And I might just add a little bit of weight. I like to just kind of go sort of heavy on them, really just to fire them up. I feel like I'm getting the most. It's still not quite as heavy as I would like it to be. Alright, that should be fine. I'm not really trying to like fatigue them. I'm just trying to get them awake as I can. And that's kind of the key here whenever I'm like going to warm up. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my planks. This is like a really, for me, it's really kind of like a staple and crucial. But, you know, you gotta, when you just take a rubber band here and you just drive your humerus back. And it's what it's doing is it's activating the lats. And this is the kind of position you want to be in when when you're holding the bar. You want your lats to be activated and kind of like creating like a pull backwards with the bar. So you're coming up, you're kind of holding it with your lats in a way, like pulling it back slightly. And this kind of helps you maintain that posture by activating the lats, because you know the insertion point of your lat is in the humerus, and what it's the whole point of lats is just to cause the humerus to come back. So like when you do this movement, that's all lat. I mean, this is lat too, But you know, it's just the driving back of the humerus. That's the whole job of the lat. It's kind of cool when you start thinking about the insertion points and the origins and the insertion points. You know, like where the insertion points is where it's pulling on the bone. So, just a fun fact. And if you guys don't know what the humerus is, it's this bone in here. It's your arm bone. So, but anyways, well, now that's done. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, yeah, I went ahead and hit 135 for like 15 to 20 reps just to kind of warm up and program the movement. It's not like absolutely no weight, but it's like it's enough to feel something. And now I got 225 on. But basically, how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna kind of get down here, and I'm gonna kind of tuck myself in, like I'm doing a leg press in a way. And I'm not even gonna think about I'm not gonna have the idea of me holding on to the bar. I'm just gonna think about pressing up with my legs while keeping a firm, stacked torso. You know, kind of like back arched, chest up. You know, I got my belt on because it emphasizes that and something to brace. Even though this is only 225, I just like to have my belt on, which makes the movement a lot smoother. But anyways, so all I'm gonna do really. So I'm going to grab the bar about so with my thumbs. I like to just kind of put my thumbs, line them up with like this mesh here, or I don't know what they would call that. The grip? Yeah, the grip. And I just kind of put my thumbs, line them up with like the end of the grip here. Pretty much like more or less a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Stand pretty much shoulder width apart. Go ahead, tuck in, put my thumbs underneath here, grab them over, creating a hook, and kind of just stand up. That was probably not the smoothest one, but it's because I kind of slowed it down. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is. And I'm gonna strap in because I don't like to think about holding on. I honestly have probably one of the worst grip strengths now because of used straps for so long. But I'm a bodybuilder, guys. Come on. I ain't no like strongman or football player, but. Alright, then we could probably just throw on 405 and then whew. I just feel like if you're a man, you should be able to lift a car off your family if you have to. You know, at least like have it within you, you know. Because in survival instincts, your body will do what it needs to, you know. Like, it'll go into like a different state and it'll like over contract your muscles. Like, I mean, they'll probably rip into shreds probably, but at least you could like get a car off your family or something. There was a guy who was like hiking and he was like kind of shimmying across like this cliff, like very, very tight. And then the rock he was holding on to like fell while he was like grabbing on. He fell back and the rock was like on top of him and he was sliding down like this really slope rock cliff, and it was like at the end of it was just like a cliff, like dropped straight down, like I don't know how many 1,000 feet or something, or 100 feet. I don't know actually how high they were up, but they were high up. But like if he didn't like throw the rock off of himself, like he would have like fallen to his death, and like certain death, like he would have died. But like this rock that fell on him was like over like, it was like almost a ton. Like it was like 1,400 pounds or something like that, and he was just like underneath of it and it was crushing him, and he was like sliding towards the cliff. And somehow, like, in his brain, you know, he just threw the rock off of himself. Like, he just threw it off of him. Somehow, like, he was able to just throw it off of him. This guy was, like, not, like, incredibly muscular either. He was just, like, he was, like, fit, but he was pretty much more or less, like, an average guy, if you think about it. but his body just kind of went into like a survival mode, and it just activated all his muscles all at once, and he was able to just throw that off of himself. It's pretty crazy what the body will do in instances like that, you know. It's just survival instinct. So I feel like if I was in that kind of scenario, I would have done the same exact thing. Or, for example, like you need to lift a car off your family, your body would probably do that too. But like if you're not strong enough, like in here, I mean, I don't know if that would even be the case. So that's kind of my mental process about it. You know, a lot of times when I'm working out, I think about my future family and how I want to protect them. You know, because I can use my strength to protect. You know, y'all can too, but I'm going way too deep, guys. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. Felt pretty light. I might go up. We'll see. Yeah, I might as well just slap another plate on there. Why not? All right. That was enough. That was enough reps, guys. Nervous system's gonna be cooked after that one. Whew. Yeah, I felt it after that one. Oh man. It was the first time I've lifted that much in, like I said, a couple months. Oh. Felt good though. It's a good feeling to be able to know that you can pick up pretty much 500 pounds and multiple times, not just once. If I could pull at least 700 pounds for one, I'd probably never deadlift again. But until then, I'm gonna be just trying to get stronger on this lift until I hit that. Alright. You know, 130 was pretty solid weight, I guess, for that movement. You know, I just literally burned through almost all my glycogen stores just doing 495 for 3. Like that's where your nervous system's really getting fried, is on those heavy compounds like squat, deadlift, or bench press. I'd say probably deadlift and squat are probably the most strenuous to your nervous system. I mean, obviously, it's like you're literally loading your spine with hundreds of pounds. It's honestly pretty badass if you ask me, but I'm gonna do one drop. Oop. I'm gonna do one drop. There's a lot of people coming in here. I guess there's soccer games going on in there. I used to play indoor soccer here too once upon a time. Alright, that's it. Phew. That's it. I feel like taking a nap. But I'm gonna go do some set up for some chest flies. Some chest flies, and then we'll do chest press, and then we'll pretty much be done. Oh, and we got dumbbell front raise, but then we'll be done. You can do 15 here. 15 to 20. Alright, that should be fine. We did at least 17 reps there. So the key was to get to at least 15 to 20. But yeah, I like doing my flies with like decently high reps. Because like the more blood I can pump into my chest, the more it's going to be pumped. I mean, just one of those muscles you just want to pump a lot of blood into. I mean, you could do a bench press or whatever, but you're not going to get the same pump as you would as if you did a chest fly. Because of just the way the chest is, you know. Again, we're going back to the insertion points of the muscle. Like the chest, like the origin of the chest is like the clavicles and then the sternum. So it's like connected to like the sternum and then the clavicles, and its insertion point is the humerus. And basically the whole job of the chest is to bring the arms anteriorly, you know, to here. Like that's the whole job of the chest, is to bring arms to this point. So if you think about the insertion, because it connects, chest goes into here, it connects like right here. So that's what's pulling here. So if you think about it, this is literally the best movement if you think about the insertion points, because this movement here is literally like the whole like purpose of the chest. You know, this is chest too, because, you know, again, humerus being moved here, but it's not as effective as literally squeezing them together. So because that's the whole job here of the chest, is to do this movement. So just cool. I love thinking about like the insertion points of the muscles. Makes you just think of it in a more practical, applicable way. And it really makes you think about how can I make this muscle grow bigger, or how can I train this muscle better, you know. Alright. Whew. That was starting to burn really bad, guys, which is a good sign. It means it's working. So, but this one I'm gonna set like right here. I don't know, for every set I like to kind of rearrange the camera to kind of give y'all a better angle, or different angle, I guess. It just makes it less boring, I guess. But my chest is starting to feel pumped through my hoodie here. But next, after this, when this last set here, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over one of these wonderful chest press machines that we got. You know, we have like a normal pin loaded one, which is typically my go-to because it's pin loaded. Then I don't have to think about taking off all the plates and whatnot. But plus I just feel a better mind muscle connection. I don't know how to explain it. Like the plate loaded one's it's kind of still weird for me. Whew. But a couple more breaths here. I'm gonna go ahead and Hit the next set. Alright, that's it guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the chest press after I get a sip of water here, so stay tuned. Yeah, this is the pin loaded press that I was telling you about. It's alright. I just like the way it feels. I just feel like I get a better mind muscle connection just because of the way the machine is proportionally to my own body. Like there's a chest press literally right next to the tripod. It's not a bad chest press, it's just I preferably don't get the best contraction, and you know, I just kind of do the exercises that kind of correspond better with my body. You know, versus how like somebody would do something else, because I've seen a lot of people use those machines and they're pretty efficient as far as that goes, but whoa. I don't know if you saw that. My hand slipped. And you know why? It's because I had these on and I wasn't actually gripping it, so it's fine. It's not like it's a bench press or anything. Plus, I pretty much had failed out right there, more or less. So, and that's kind of what we're going here for. It's supposed to be like 3 sets, 10 to 12, and then follow up with a triple drop, and then go over to front raises and then be done. Oh, follow along with the extreme stretch, of course. Extreme stretch after chest press here. Actually got like, I think like 16 reps there, guys. Just being explosive. And then we can go. That's probably the safest position to put my shoulders, if I'm being honest. Might need a... There we go. Sorry guys, not meaning to grunt on y'all, but heavy, or not heavy, but failure. Alright, whew. Time for that extreme stretch, guys. Honestly, this works, but yeah, this actually kind of works. Yeah. Feels like my chest is ripping. Ugh. Oh my gosh. All right. Whew. That's it for that, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do dumbbell front raise. Yeah, I just kind of went ahead and decided I was just gonna do the pump check because honestly, I just didn't want to do shoulders and then lose the pump. But my shoulders are not even pumped right now, so it kind of looks funny. That guy, that elderly man over there, well, he's not elderly, he's probably like in his 50s, looks insanely jacked. And then side chest. And then it's more like Arnold's is definitely one of the hardest poses to hit, in my opinion. And then kind of definitely shouldn't do that. And I'd be doing that's like the 4th time I've done that and said definitely should do that. But yeah, I'd say the pump looks pretty solid, guys. Definitely happy with it. Hopefully it didn't end up blurry because I did click that focus thingy. Oh, it doesn't look blurry, but sometimes when I do that, it kind of messes it up. But and then kind of looks better on this. Left bicep's bigger, so. But it was with regular lighting too, so. I still look pretty solid for as far as the pump. Pretty happy with it. Went pretty hard, you know. Have no complaints really, other than the fact that I'm not big enough. I'm gonna go ahead and do the dumbbell raises, and then we'll call it quits after this. So stay tuned. Alright, that's a pretty solid weight. Probably just stick with the 25s. It's not like too heavy for me, but it's not too light, you know. It's just right. Just like Goldilocks said. Just like Goldilocks said. But yeah, I'll probably end up also doing like a better pump check for y'all in the restroom, just with my shirt off. Because I kept doing the ab thing, but I can't be doing that out here. So, but stay tuned for the next set. Alright, so just one more of these guys, and then we'll go in there. that's it for those guys. And that's pretty much the whole workout, guys. And that's pretty much all I had. All I had for today. So I'm gonna just do an extra little pump check for y'all in the restroom. Not because you guys asked, just because I want to. So, you know, this was probably the perfect opportunity for me to actually use my gimbal. Try not to take the cap or the... Okay, there we're good. But yeah, I guess it gives you just a little bit more, a better picture of like what's underneath here. Not crazy, but I'd say there's a pump. You know, there's definitely something there. I don't know if I can do an Arnold in here with this. I haven't quite gotten this one down yet. This one's I'm a little confused on like how to actually do that, because I see like all the, maybe my muscles just aren't big enough yet where they can just, you can set it here and it flexes your chest. Because I know you see like Jay Cutler doing it, and like all those other guys are just like this, and it just looks, and it looks cool, but to me it kind of just looks awkward. Because it's just something about like where you place your hands. So, but all right, let's do a lat spread for y'all. And chest is like throbbing. And then whew. I just lost my breath from doing that. What other poses can I hit? Sorry, just kind of lightheaded after that. You know when you just like flex really hard and you start kind of seeing stars? It's because I was like hitting the side chest here and I was really trying to pop my chest out. Because if you kind of do that and then put the bottoms of your wrists together and then just do that, makes your chest look really like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you know, eventually you'll get to the point where you can just do that. Well, anyways, guys, this is pretty much the whole pump. There's not really much else to show. I'm gonna go in there and do some cardio, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more videos and lifts and cool lifting tips as well. So, but yeah, if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell and stay tuned for more videos and fun tips. So stay hard, guys.